It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
Been in the playoffs a lot of times in the last, however many years I've been here now, and, just continuing to find ways to learn from it. And I think that's it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes because we haven't gotten it done, but you knock enough at the door, it's going to open at some point, and that's just what we have to keep doing is keep knocking on that door and giving ourselves chances to be in that situation again.
That's Bills quarterback Josh Allen going full Phil Mickelson right there, PK. Keep knocking on that door. It's got to break your way. That seems more likely in golf where you get 4 chances a year as opposed to football where you get 1, but nonetheless, the logic's there.
Okay.
You claim a lot of teams, from Corner Canyon to your Jersey roots and New York teams. How about Jaxson Dart, Giants quarterback, former Corner Canyon guy, causing a dust-up in training camp? Scored a touchdown, running for a TV, tossed the football at the helmet of one of his teammates. John Harbaugh didn't like it, backed him up 15 yards for a PAT, said it would have been taunting.
I do not claim the Giants.
They're on their own, huh? Right there in the Meadowlands in your state.
I have no NFL team. I've got 2 NFL teams. I mean, the Jets train about 5 minutes where I grew up. But no, I have no NFL team. But, I think that Harbaugh is trying to make sure that Jaxson Dart is the epitome of a leader. Well, Riley and I had a big discussion on whether Jaxson Dart will go out of bounds or go down. And, they're so competitive and blah, blah, blah. But if you want to be a leader, you have to be a smart competitor, and putting yourself at risk is not smart. I don't care how tough you are. There's a line where tough then becomes stupid. It sounds good to be tough. Oh, he'll run through a wall, man. I mean, it cut off his digits. He'll keep playing. And that's all well and good. But if it's at the expense of you being available to play, that's stupidity. And I think Jaxson Dart understands that and knows that. And he is emerging a leader anyway. I don't think he's there yet, but has the opportunity to be there. And I think that he will play in the appropriate manner, and he will play smart. You don't have to keep proving your toughness over and over at the expense of injury.
That is a true story. I just can't 100% buy in that he's going to be avoiding those big hits. He seems to relish them. He's taken a lot of them. He's a young guy. He's a year older, and he'll have a new coach in his ear, a guy who's coached a running quarterback. Maybe all of that will help. But until I see it, it's a little hard to believe it's going to happen. The Arizona Cardinals are going to start Carson Beck at quarterback in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow versus Carolina. Jacoby Brissett is currently penciled in as the starter, expecting to see him week 1 of the regular season. But it doesn't feel like it's completely locked up. If somebody was on fire, could change pretty quickly there, right? With Kyler Murray out in Minnesota now, anything could happen, even though it looks like Brissett right now.
Well, I don't know about anything. I would say that those two are one or the other. So I think Carson Beck, his time will come. You know what you're going to get from Brissett at this point.
Injury news, guys healing up for injury, dominating the NFL news as the camps are picking up speed. Atlanta Falcons fear the second-year defensive end Jalen Walker tore his ACL. He was a first-round pick a year ago, expected to be a premier pass rush threat. He had 5.5 sacks as a rookie. They were looking for him to up that number, and now fear of the torn ACL. The year could be lost before it gets going here. Packers defensive end Micah Parsons, coming off an ACL tear last year, said he believes it's realistic he could return to play and face the Cowboys, his old team, Week 6. The TV networks would appreciate it if he would do that, and they could hype that up. Not that Packers-Cowboys would need a lot of hype. You think that would probably be a marquee game. The Bears make all-pro offensive tackle Darnell Wright the highest-paid right tackle in the NFL. 4 years, $116 million. $93 guaranteed for the 24-year-old. Hit it big, and he did. Philadelphia Eagles defensive end A.J. Epenesa said that he's excited to be out of a weird situation with the Cleveland Browns. I don't want to go back and talk on that. I'll just leave that in the past and be happy I'm not a Brown and that I am an Eagle. Epenesa signed with Philly as a free agent in the offseason after initially agreeing to sign with Cleveland, but then opting to not sign him after undergoing a physical. Never mind, we don't want to do it. And he's on to Philly. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
BYU number 15, Utah number 21 in the USA Today Coaches Preseason Poll. We'll get to this coming up. They get a fair enough shake, PK? Good enough? I mean, given that Indiana was down there in the last 10 teams that were ranked, they weren't in the top 15. I think they're down around 19 or 20 in the media poll and coaches poll a year ago. Good enough? You're on the radar? People will be checking you out? Just win, baby?
Everything you want is ahead of you, right in front of you. Each week, take them one at a time, though.
Pac-12 and Mountain West conferences have finalized their settlement over poaching and exit fees. More details about the money, money, how much money, what exchanged hands, not disclosed by either conference yesterday. I assume that Freedom of Information Act will catch up with that info, and it'll be out shortly. Indiana Hoosiers got one of their defensive stars from last year's national championship team back. As defensive lineman Stephen Daly will return for a fifth year after the legal injunction ruling in Colorado last year opened for the door for the class of 2022 athletes like Daly to return for a fifth year. He had 19.5 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks, impact guy there defensively, and now as a 2022 guy, he gets another year of eligibility. DJ and PK.
We all have routines. I'm Jabron, and with diabetes, mine was finger sticks. Sometimes I skip them because they hurt. The Freestyle Libre 3CGM changed that. It gives me glucose insights without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Finger sticks are required if your glucose alarms or readings do not match symptoms, or when you see check blood glucose symbol for the first 12 hours. The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top. Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Dansby drives one in the air. Deep left center. Get out the tape measure. Long gone. Ball game tied 1-1. Dansby Swanson with a long home run to left center.
Swinging a ground ball right side. Chaparro dives, can't get it. It's a base hit down the line. Turner is home to score. Harper's headed to third. Arise is headed to second. And Luis Arise make a debut. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. And it's 2-0 Phillies.
Breaking ball swung on and a high fly ball. Deep left field. Going back, gone! A home run for George Lombard Jr. And the parents are going nuts, and so's everybody in the ballpark. 2-0 Yankees.
Highlights around Major League Baseball. You heard Luis Arise making an immediate impact in Philadelphia. 2 for 4, drives in 2 runs, scores a third, and Philly shuts out Washington 5-0. Payday for that trade from the Giants right out of the gate, PK.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's for the Giants, though. I think it's for the Phillies.
It's the Phillies trade with the Giants, yes. Tariq Skubal, no immediate payday there. Assume that it'll pay off down the line, but he makes his debut after getting dealt to the Dodgers, and the Cubs beat him 5-1. He gave up 2 runs in 6 innings, so it's a good start right there, but they give us more out of the bullpen. They really don't hit much, and the Dodgers lose their 5th straight game. Three-year, 6 teams sitting in playoff spots right now. Dodgers, Phillies, Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks did lose the Padres 9-4, but they're still sitting in the 3rd wild card spot, and the Phillies in the 2nd one. So, Yankees' top prospect, George Lombard Jr., hit a home run in his debut for the club and had his brother go yard on the same night. His brother Jacob is making his debut in single-A ball in Jupiter, Florida. So, a good night for the family.
Yeah, that's cool. And the dad was a coach, what's it, with Cleveland or something, and he took the night off to be there.
Yankees needed that. Got a solo homer from him. They only got 5 hits in the game, but they beat the Cardinals 2-0. 4 Yankee pitchers combining for the shutout game.
Lombard Sr. is with the Tigers as a bench coach.
Bees lose their series opener to Oklahoma City. They've dropped 8 in a row now. They get beat 10-6. Same two teams tonight, 6:35. Tony Parks is on the air at 6:20 here on The Zone. DJ and PK.
Hashtag RSL.
Real Salt Lake ties the game up on a goal in the 16th minute, 1-1. It looked like it'd be a wide-open, high-scoring affair when Pablo Ruiz scored, and yet there were no more goals. It went to penalties, and they got beat 6-5 by Tigres, so they take just 1 point. Still possible they could advance in the League's Cup, but last year you needed 7 points to win on a tiebreaker. A couple of teams advanced, and another team on 7 didn't advance. So with that as the guide, it seems like the odds of them advancing pretty difficult right now. Gozo did not play in the game. He was taken out of the starting lineup. He wasn't in the 20. Precautionary because he's expected to be moved to Crystal Palace in England. Transfer fee of about $15 million. You can't even go out and wreck a knee or an ankle or something and ruin the deal. So we'll see if that gets finalized here in the next day or two. The 19-year-old from Eagle Mountain has said he wants to go to Europe. Here's a big opportunity. The team will look very different without him. We'll see how they piece everything together. He's been a big part of the attack, and it has looked different these last 2 games without him, to be sure. RSL will be back in action Saturday in League's Cup. All right, that's what's trending. It's brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. So Win Tickets Wednesday. We got tickets to see the Black Crows at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater August 13th. We'll give those tickets away coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. In the 9 o'clock hour, Jay Drew will join us, BYU football beat writer for the Deseret News. It is opening day for the Cougars. Their first day of practice. Well, I'll be headed down there after the show. We'll get to that coming up. Jay Drew at 9 o'clock. DJ and PK, it's 97.5 at KSL Sports Zone.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.